Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Simply Bliss. So today what we're going to talk about is the books that I have read since I started reading again, which was just about a month ago. So this is all the books that I've read or I'm currently reading in the past month. Okay? So we're gonna get right into it. Okay? We're gonna start off with a favorite that I've read. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Now, this book, I went into completely blind. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I'm so happy that I decided to pick this up because this book was great. This was a great book. It left you off on a cliffhanger though. I'm not gonna lie. So you do leave off on a cliffhanger. But that's why there's the next book in the series, which I have and will be reading. But basically, let me read the back to you. So it says, in school, we learned about the world before ours, about the angels and gods that lived in the sky, ruling the earth with kind and loving hands. Some say those are just stories, but I don't believe that. The gods rule us still. They have come down from the skies, and they are no longer kind. So it's basically like the main character, Mare, is a red, which means she's just a regular human. And then there's silvers, which are people with abilities. I don't want to give too much away. If you haven't read it, I don't want any spoilers. But Mare is different, is all I could say. And the story and the ride that she goes on in this first book, crazy. Loved it. Loved it. Nothing but good things to say about it. Highly recommend that you read it so that we could talk about it. So that's number one. Number two of ones that I've read. So I read the first three books in a series. Now, I didn't realize there was a fourth book, or else I would have picked up the fourth book. But here we are. So this is the Never King series. And I read all three of these. So it's the Never King, the Dark One, and Their Vicious Darling. Now, this is a dark romance, right? This is a dark romance. It's a Peter Pan retelling. So everybody is above the ages of 18 in the book, but it basically goes on the journey of Peter Pan and their darling, however you take that, and then the people that are in their crew. So there's another book in the series called Their Vicious Princes, something about the princes. And that's the last book in the series, and that's the only book that I haven't read. So once my book buying ban is up, as I've talked about in the last couple of videos, I'm on a book buying ban. Once that's up, I'll definitely be getting that last book because these books are full of steam. Full of steam. Very, very steamy. High steam. And but it kind of just wraps you in, like the story. And I love Peter Pan, so it literally just, it sucked me right in, and the steam was very well written, so I was just like enthralled. So if you're looking for steam and you're looking for Peter Pan, pick these up for sure. Nikki St. Crow is the author, since I didn't mention that, but Nikki St. Crow, loved it. We'll be picking up the rest of her books as well once my book buying ban is up, because this series isn't her only one. Don't mind my hair, y'all. Anyway, next book that I will get into, what do I want to get into? We can get into this. So the next ones that I have is another series, and I read the whole thing in like 4 days, the whole series. So the next books that I have are the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. So I read all of these very quickly. I loved all of them. So you have Hooked, which is Peter Pan. Then, because I've seen some people that they didn't know which ones they were. And at first I didn't know either. Some of them I was really confused, but I love them nonetheless. This is Scarred. This is the second one. And I don't know if there's a specific order you have to read them in, because none of them are connected. So it doesn't matter, but I guess book 2, Scarred, is The Lion King. And then book 3 is Wretched, this is The Wizard of Oz, so Dorothy and them. So yeah, that's who this is. Very good, very good. Then you have Twisted, which is Aladdin. And last you have Crossed, which is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And all of these are the villain gets the girl, if you didn't know. They're dark romance. Loved every single one of them. Every single one. Even the ones that I, like, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the one Cross is about, I've never even seen that in, like, personally, but I loved this book. This book was so good. So, yes, I've read those. Just great reads so far. Nothing but great ones. So how many books is that so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 books so far this one. I got a couple more to go through. The next is The Teacher by Frida McFadden. So I am a scaredy cat, right? I've mentioned it in previous videos, but I put myself out of my comfort zone with this because when I originally purchased this author, I didn't realize that she was mystery thriller. I thought she was mystery romance. So, like, thriller romance. But obviously there's romance in it, but the main thing is mystery thriller. And I didn't realize when I bought all of her books that is what kind of author that she was. So I was very scared, actually, to read these books. I kid you not. Because when I read, I immerse myself in the universe. And I was just like, so much anxiety, you know? But I actually happened to order 2 of these by mistake. So I talked my friend into reading it with me because I was so scared. So we read it together and I loved it. So I now enjoy Frida McFadden. I don't know if I could say that I enjoy mystery thriller yet. And I still had anxiety while I was reading this book where I had to put it down. But then I picked it right back up. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I become a mystery thriller girly. I don't know. Now, the next one that I'm going to get into, this book is God of Malice by Rena Kent. Now, I love dark contemporary romance. I love dark contemporary romance. There's something wrong with my brain because I love it. I love it so much, right? I didn't know what kind of dark contemporary romance I was getting myself into with this book. I was flabbergasted. Right off rip. You're 3 chapters in and your jaw is on the ground. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. So, Rena Kent has a whole universe. I actually happen to start with the children. I can't wait to read the parents, but it also makes me happy to know that the parents get together. But so that little snippet of it is like fun to me and eases some anxiety. But I can't wait to delve into the parents who are the first ones, and then the rest of the children in this book and this series, because but they're all interconnected standalone, so I don't technically have to read them in any kind of order. I just am particular about that, and I want to. It kind of made me sad to realize that this was so far down the universe, but I'm so happy that I started with this one because this book was great. This book was great. I don't want to say anything about it because I want you to go in as blind as I was, but let me just say, like, that, yep. If you've read it, if you know, you know. If you know, you know, and we'll talk in the comments. If you don't know, no. Read it so that you can know, for sure. Great. And this is the special edition cover too. And I love a hardback that's like doesn't have a dust jacket. Ugh, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. So yes, this is another one. So this is number 11. Teacher was number 10. 11. And now 2 more. 12, 13. So the next one, I've talked about how I read it in previous videos. It's A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair. And it's the first book in the Hades Persephone saga that she has. I love this. I love this so much. I love Greek mythology, and I love Hades and Persephone, and I love this retelling of the story so much. You'll see once I get into my current reads what else is going on, but yes, I love this so much. It's basically this like the start of how they met, they got together, like her rendition of it, but it is so great. And if you're looking for a good steamy, it's not too much steam either. It's probably like mid steam. It's not like the lowest steam, but it's also not like the highest steam. So like it's kind of like mid steam. So if you're feeling like mid steamy, and Hades Persephone, like I said, enemies to lovers trope, it was good. It was so good. And this is the first book that I read getting back into my reading era, and I'm so happy that I started with this book because this book was so good, and I love Scarlett Sinclair, and you'll see later on yes, I love Scarlett Sinclair, so I'm so happy to read more of her books. And yes, I'm so happy that I started with this one. Yes. And then the last one that I read, and I gotta say, I'm kind of disappointed with it. And I don't like that. And I love reading, and it hurts my heart when something is not as good as I want it to be. But I heard great things about this book, and I know people love this book, but I did not love this book. I did not love this book. I had to force myself through this book, and I feel so sad about it. And the book is Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ricci. I'm sorry. I literally, I don't want to say anything bad. I did not connect. I'm sorry. I want to finish the series because I heard it gets better, and I know people love it, but I did not. But yeah, that's another one. Okay, so that is 13 books that I've read so far. It hasn't been a month yet. It'll be a month and 3 days. And let's see how many books I can finish before then. So right now we're at 13, right? So I've got 13 books here that I've read. Oh, I'm missing one. 13 books here, right? So let's see. I'm currently in the middle of reading a couple as well. So the ones that I'm currently reading, let's get into that. I had such high hopes for this book, and I actually am like literally falling more and more in love with it as I read on. So I'm so happy I continue to read it. But this book is Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller. This is a series. This is the first book in the Monsters and Muses series. I love this book. Let me calm down. I like this book. I like this book a lot. I do. I'm not done with it. I've got like 100 pages left. And it's kind of Hades Persephone. I like that. As you can see, got a couple of those. It's kind of steamy. And I think that's what's throwing me off. Because it's so much steam. I don't know. I gotta finish it. And then we'll talk. I like it. I like it a lot right now. Let's just say that. next one that I'm currently reading right now is Game of Fate by Scarlett Sinclair. So this is the second book in the Hades Persephone saga, and it is the first book in Hades' point of view. So it goes back and forth between books as the saga goes down. So it starts in Persephone's and then it goes to Hades, and then Persephone and then Hades as the books continue. So this is the second book and it's in Hades' point of view. So it's basically the first book from Hades' point of view. And I don't know why I love that so much. Because I know that I'm getting both sides. I'm getting both sides no matter what. And I love that. Because I loved her side. But now we get to hear his side. And the ending of the first book ended off good. So I can't wait to see his feelings on how things, like how it went in his brain. And how everything played out from his point of view. And even in the beginning, like there's stuff I didn't know that was going on because we're only getting from Persephone's point of view. But now we're getting from Hades' point of view, and it's just like, OMG. We're getting the full story. And I love how she did that. And that's why I love her so much. So yes, I'm in this one. Let me show you. My dog literally chewed it. I don't want to talk about it, but my dog literally chewed it. I'm covering it because it hurts my heart. But I'm probably about 60 pages in. And I'm loving it. I can say I'm loving it for sure. So that's another one that I'm going to finish. I don't know, because I've got like 100 pages of this one, and I've got like 200 pages of this one. So I might be able to finish both of these today, but I'm not sure. We'll see. The next one that I'm reading is another one by authors that I've read or I'm currently reading, so I figured I would like it a lot. I am too new into it. Like, I'm not far enough into it to have a real anything to say, truthfully. I am only, think, on chapter 3. Yeah, I'm only 50 pages in. I really don't even know what's going on yet. So far, so good. We're kind of just getting introduction to the characters so far and main plot points, but so far so good. I like it. I'm excited to finish it and give you my real thoughts. The next one that I have is another one that I started, but I'm too soon into it. I'm only like 15 pages in, and I had to put it down. I just started it real quick. And I'm excited for this one. Six of Crows, by Leigh Bardugo. And again, like I said, I'm too new into it. I'm only 16 pages in to have any real thoughts. I'm only just in chapter 2. So I haven't even met all the characters yet. So yeah, I just started it, and this will be finished, if not in the next couple of days, because I got a decent amount of this one to go. There's like 400 pages of this, so I've got 400 pages of this to go, and this is pretty hefty. It's not a small baby. This is also a 400 page girly. So in the next 2-3 days, these two will be done, and you'll get a video on all of the ones that I just talked about that I'm currently reading. So yeah, so if I can finish those in the next 3 days before the 25th, then I'll have read like 17 books this month. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Crazy. Can't wait to read more in May. But yeah. Okay, so that'll be the end of this video. You will be getting another video, one more of me in this outfit, so yay. Yeah, any thoughts, any predictions, anything on these books that I showed you that I'm currently reading? If anybody's read Sav R. Miller's Monsters and Muses series, can you give me some thoughts on it? Like, I just want to know your thoughts. I just want to know your thoughts so I can formulate my own. So yeah, that in the comments. Let's chat about this one. Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller. If you've read it. If not, read it so that we can talk about it. Because I am. Okay. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.